What is it, Mrs. Crane?
We have to talk.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
I have something important to tell you. Oh, Sam. I'm so glad you're here. I love you so much.
You're not well. You fainted. I think you should go lie down.
I'm fine. When you hear what I have to say, you'll understand.
Well, I think you've said enough already. I mean, your husband and your son almost heard what you were telling me earlier.
You mean when I told you that I loved you?
Don't talk like that. That was in the past.
The past is what keeps me awake at night, Sam. The past is what I think of first thing in the morning. The past is what keeps me going.
Don't do this, Ivy. I mean, we are both married now.
I was married to Julian the last night you and I were together, too. I'll never forget it. It was my honeymoon night.
You were in pain. You needed someone.
I needed you, Sam.
Past tense, Ivy. Like everything else between us. And why are you dredging this up now?
Because there's things you need to know.
No, Ivy. There are things best left where we buried them years ago. And you're becoming way too reckless in front of my wife, your husband, and your son. I mean, and they would have already found out about our past relationship if the idea of Sam Bennett with the governor's daughter wouldn't have been so completely unimaginable.
It's funny. It's just the opposite for me. I can't imagine what my life would have been like without you in it. Tell me something, just between us. I'll never tell anyone else, I swear it. Don't you think about it? The way it was between you and me.
I told you, Ivy, what was between us is long over and done with.
Then why haven't you told Grace about us? You would have if you didn't still have feelings.
When I first met her, she was going through a very traumatic ordeal.
I know. You saved her from the fire in Boston. I read all about it.
She lost her memory. She was very confused and shaken. I didn't want to burden her with my past.
You've had a lot of years to tell her about it since then, Sam.
Well, why would I, Ivy? Our relationship is dead. And like all dead things, it should remain buried in a deep, dark, cold grave.
Oh. Is that what you think about what we had, Sam? That it was something dead and cold and lifeless? Is it that easy for you to forget and discard?
Easy? Do you think it was easy for me? It was so painful I had to leave Harmony. I couldn't stand to be near you. And I intended to stay away forever, and Grace wanted to come back here and live.
Well, if you hadn't come back on your own, I probably would have sent for you.
Why? I mean, when you're already married to Julian.
Because there is something I have...
Ivy! What are you doing out here with Chief Bennett? I asked you a question, Ivy. What are you doing out here with Chief Bennett?
Well, Ivy was just sending her regards to my wife. I mean, she wanted me to tell Grace how much she enjoyed having us over the other night.
Oh, I see. Well, from the intent look on my wife's face, I'd have wagered she was talking about something much nearer and dearer to her heart than an aborted dinner party. In fact, I think I know the real reason Ivy came out to talk to you, Sam. It's about Ethan, isn't it?
Ethan? Why would I be talking to Sam Bennett about Ethan?
Well, you were going to tell me something important. Is it about your son?
You couldn't be more wrong, Julian. Aside from wanting Sam to give Grace my best, I wanted to ask him a favor on behalf of the Village Improvement Society.
No. You certain you weren't discussing Ethan?
Why would I be discussing our son with Sam Bennett? No. I simply wanted to ask him if the police could post a few more keep-off signs around the flower beds in the town commons.
Since when did you give a damn about that?
Since I've noticed that the mums are taking quite a beating. I even think that the dogs are being allowed to run off-leash in the flowers.
Oh, Horace.
I'm sure you think my idea's as big a waste of time as my husband does.
No, not at all. I'll make sure the signs are posted.
You know, my wife is a constant source of amazement to me. I would have sworn she was chewing your ear off about Ethan.
Why would you say that?
Well, she's almost obsessed with the boy. Has been since he was just a little tyke, sending him off to boarding schools, you know, Europe, whatever money could buy.
Julian.
He sounds like a very lucky young man.
Well, he is. He's my son. Of course, I could have done with seeing more of him growing up. It's almost shocking how little he knows of his family's position here in Harmony.
Oh, he seems like he's a very bright young man. I'm sure he'll catch on quickly.
Yeah, no doubt. But I would have bet my AT&T stock that Ivy was out here trying to talk you into vetoing Ethan's new position as police liaison.
Didn't even come up.
Yeah, it's amazing, seeing how she's always tried to mollycoddle her #1 son.
Julian,
I'm sure Ivy is very proud of him, as you should be.
Well, who wouldn't be proud of a son like Ethan? He's got everything he wants. The world is his oyster. He's a chip off the old block. You know, they say you can take the crane out of Harmony, but you can't take the crane out of the crane.
Well, if you'll both excuse me, I have to get back to the station.
Well, of course, you're a busy man.
And don't worry about the flowers. I'll see to it the new signs are put up.
thank you.
And you will talk to Ethan about the first police board meeting.
Of course. You know, your son and I didn't exactly start off on the right foot when we first met, but I'm looking forward to getting to know him better. Good day. Hey, honey, it's me. No, everything's fine. I was just missing you. No, I know it's only been a couple of hours, but can a guy call his wife up tonight and invite her out to dinner? The Lobster Shack. Yes, just the two of us. Oh, now I need a reason? How about 'cause I love you? All right. I'll see you tonight, gorgeous.